Virgo, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Whoa, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Virgo Tarot reading. Virgo Love Tarot Reading. Messages from your person. A reading where we're going into thoughts, feelings, intentions, moods. If you don't know or don't see what's coming, something being revealed, let's take a deep dive, Virgo. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what we need to see for Virgo. Please show us the cards. Ahu. It's the Seven of Wands in reverse. I swear I was seeing the Seven of Wands in reverse the entire week. The Wheel of Fortune is also here. Yeah. So it's landing here in your partnership placement, which is significant. It's also going here in your overall energy. A turning point, a new cycle, what's been going on. Has it been here in reverse? Probably. It's a stuck energy. This is things, I guess you could say, getting unstuck. It's Jupiter energy and this upright energy of things in a positive way being unstuck, like things coming to you. Ace of Wands in reverse. There has, somebody did not respond for reasons that are really specific, clearly, that I'm not really clear about at the moment. I may not be. It's around the truth, and there's a delay in that truth. In fact, I feel like somebody did not respond to a message, or, oh my gosh, this is so clear, or things were left unfinished and things are moving. This is super clear, by the way. The Queen of Swords in reverse. And it's here, not just catty cornered to the Ace of Wands, but it's directly connected. The delay around this truth. Seven of Wands in reverse on the complete opposite end of the Eight of Wands in the upright. The communication that is about to come in, it's a pretty fast energy around hearing some information. There's also a kind of let go down your guard energy with our Seven of Wands in reverse. This is Mercury energy here in the Eight of Wands. Look at, and it's coming in the form, my roses are driving me crazy today already. It's coming in the form of umbrellas, and they're just kind of flying around in the air, and they're protecting from all this rain that's coming down. So what's been going on? But there are also butterflies in it, and they generally wait until storms pass, winds die down. So something obviously clearly has been going on. There's a delay in this truth, in this communication, and it's coming in pretty fast. Rising above something that has been going on. And I want to validate, I want to tell you that you're here when you're meant to be here. So trust the timing of when you are finding readings, they're finding you, you're receiving messages, getting validation, whatever, your reasons are. Also trust that timing, that it could be in real time when I'm releasing. It could also be that it's not. So whether you're here in real time, weeks, months, years later. I also want to tell you that in the energy I'm channeling under, we are still in the eclipse energy. That doesn't dissipate when it's over. It's weeks. The full moon lunar eclipse we just came out of. And we are currently in a Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Yeah. So this is, oh my gosh. And it's coming here with the Ten of Cups. So this is not surprising to me that somebody here who hasn't been ready, King of Wands in reverse, here where their energy is really quite strong, to have this conversation is somehow ready. Now, it could be they're ready because you're going to see each other at an event, should you be able to see each other at an event around, gatherings. Perhaps you share some common friends, or there's some connections, around friends, again, and or family, acquaintances, coworkers, whatever. That's really validating. With that said, and that Mercury energy, which obviously is around thoughts and the mind, and it's the air energy, it's clarity, and it's a logical, rational kind of energy. around communication, that it could also be around phone calls, or if you are normally connecting through social media or through, messages on the phone, which can also include like voice messages, back and forth. Why is there suddenly a turning point here? Because by the way, the Wheel of Fortune is also connected to the throat chakra. Why are you hearing something you've been wanting to hear suddenly now? Has there been some kind of change in your situation, or has there been an ultimatum, or is there something going on through the grapevine? Because the Six of Swords is here, and with the Four of Swords, and of course the King of Wands in reverse on the other end. So it's really, really validating for me that there is some kind of pause, a break. Maybe there's even more here. But it's also time to have this conversation for things to be moving. And so it could be that, something was heard or seen, or maybe even from you. That time might be running out. The Six of Swords energy, this is more Mercury energy. And it's sort of like things moving again. And just specifically, look, I want to show you, they're here in this boat. They're on the water that doesn't look particularly calm. You can see the waves. It doesn't look like it's really super wavy, but you can see that there are some waves here. There's messengers here sort of leading it. The sword energy around communication, clarity in this relationship, and more importantly, the truth. You've been waiting for this truth. And again, somebody has not given it to you. Six of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse. This is a Taurus energy, by the way. And I'm wondering as well if this is connecting to, feelings in general about you. Perhaps feelings about another level. For those of you that this is around platonic and or physical, look, the Ten of Swords. I want to validate that energy. The Magician is also here. That some of you might be waiting for communication regarding that because somebody hasn't been ready. So the Ten of Swords is validating that for some of you, you're already here. Should you be in a no contact, no communication energy with this person here? We could also be looking at a validation around the possibility that this communication is a make or break. But what I want to validate in general here with this Ten of Swords is that that's it. It's a new cycle. They're all in there. Yeah, and it's, again, it's here with this delay, both in communication and feelings or response, but maybe even a delay of a final ending, should that be the case. But I tell you what, as I talk about the energy that I'm channeling under, it's been so incredibly strong. My readings all week have just been it's just kind of, it's been off the charts clear. And it's also clear here, including with the Magician in the upright, which is also connected to the throat chakra. Somebody taking literally an action. And what I do like about this today, as you can see with the deck I chose for you today, the Tarot Closet, there's a snake here, and that's around energetic movement. But a snake also needs to shed its skin for renewal, like it has to. In this upright energy, you're in this energy, Virgo, as well as Mercury, which, by the way, obviously that's your ruling planet. So just even this energy of Mercury in retrograde, in particular under Pisces, that emotional energy of literal truths that have been hidden, that need to surface, that are going to surface, truths that have been held back and delayed for a long time. There's clarity coming. Look at this. You can even see it with the crystals flying around our snake here and our Magician card. The mastery energy here with the Infinity. Because the Magician, of course, can access all the elements, water, air, earth, and fire, and master them all and just get really, laser focused and make some things happen. The expansive energy is here in reverse, and it's connecting also to our Queen of Swords in reverse and our Seven of Wands in reverse. So it's sort of like nothing is going to change here unless this truth is revealed. Because this is where it's been. Look, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. More validation, and I just need to pull up my sleeves, of where things are currently. This is a Capricorn energy, and it's a validation of like not coming together. Things haven't been worked out here. Yeah, as I say that, the Eight of Pentacles is here in reverse, and that's your energy, Virgo. And it's literally a validation for me that the truth that they need to come here with, whatever it changes or doesn't change between the two of you, is about to be revealed. It hasn't been revealed. What is the truth around? That's going to be, I feel, very specific for you. Oh my gosh. But as I say that, I'm looking at the Hierophant in the upright energy. Earth energy, it's Taurus. And this can be connected to things like marriage and paperwork, commitments, but partnerships and an energy of long-term partnerships. Yeah, so have there been, also here with our Ten of Cups, have there been has there been something about this connection that you haven't been able to agree on? Or have other people possibly been involved around differences in how you live and cultures and whatnot? It's right here with the Magician. So this is what is, I feel like, going down. Because this is also an energy of, like, possibly third parties sort of bringing you together to communicate, or just in general. But it is around commitment. And what's really clear, and Temperance in reverse, which is connected to the heart chakra, by the way, that there's an imbalance here. I feel like it's like they need to step up kind of energy. And they haven't. And part of what is triggering, I guess you could say this, is the current energy that's just around all of us that's propelling this person. So we have the Seven of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Wands in the upright, and the Nine of Wands here. So 7, 8, 9. And that is an energy of, yeah, sort of like, wait a minute, back up, let me get my bearings. So there's also, again, another validation that it might be surprising for you. It might be coming from left field, as you say. You may not be expecting it. Is this it? No. There's one more here. And then we're getting, nope. Nope, but this is it. This is definitely yours. In the bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands. Interrupted by myself. Where was I? Yeah, 7, 8, 9 of Wands energy. So there's that energy of maybe not expecting it. And if you are, there's definitely this sort of, okay, wait a minute, like while I get my bearings. But it does feel like it's kind of persistent. So I do want to validate whether you're seeing each other or not. If it's at an event, it does have that kind of energy of like trying to work themselves up to come over to you. But again, it's just really strong around the communication in general. So that can also be around phone calls, whatever. So coming down, we're going to look at these in a moment, but the Five of Cups is here in the upright. So somebody definitely has regret for how things were left, or the last conversation, the unfinished conversation, I feel. Two of Wands, our stork, is interesting because they generally have news to bring, right? And the stork, it's validating for me that you're waiting on this person, literally, that it's around communication. And again, it's around feelings, and whether they're specific to feelings about you or feelings about commitment, obviously that's going to be particularly connected to you. But it's clear you're waiting on this person for some kind of move or decision, and it is connected to the Eight of Wands, the communication, to hear something good, and also the Ten of Cups. The new cycle in that, and an energy of life together. And that could look very different for everybody, really. So whether it's around platonic and or physical, to something more serious, and somebody hasn't been ready. Look at this, Queen of Wands and the King of Wands both in reverse. Or we're looking at an energy of introducing families. And look in the Knight of Wands in reverse. Building families, blending them, moving in. You know, again, that's really specific what that is for you. The Two of Cups is here and it's in reverse. This is super validating that it's somebody I feel you're either not talking to or you are. Let me articulate. If you are already in some kind of a break or a separation. Super clear. It also feels like what they have to say is pretty much make or break here. And again, just even around the feelings here, hidden with the Two of Cups in reverse. And it's connected to the Hierophant around the commitment. Because somebody ran. Seven of Swords. However, it's in reverse. It's connecting here with the Five of Cups, the regret for how they left things. And it's really strongly connecting for me today with not being honest. So true lies, you could say, by omission, or maybe something else was completely said. But it's definitely connecting to why things are here, why things haven't moved forward, what happened, why I do feel like there's been some kind of ghosting and avoiding, not communicating energy. But I want to validate here as well with our Seven of Swords in reverse that it's somebody who does want to make amends. Did somebody run literally from the conversation or the actual plans for marriage? Maybe. Four of Wands also in reverse. Wow. I also want to validate literally here, if you can see each other out and about or at some kind of gathering, including a wedding, it's really validating around this being sort of like a headbutting energy. I mean, our stork has their back to everything here. It could be literally around a wedding. And wow, look. So what are you getting clarity on? This. Here's more validation around the imbalance. It's the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's Capricorn energy. It's also Saturn, which is Capricorn's ruling planet. And I won't even go into what's going on with Saturn. Let's just say that, yeah, it's a pretty intense but also positive time. It's kind of a mix of both. It really is dependent on charts and all that. So I'm not going to go into it all. But what's really clear is that somebody has been struggling around commitment. And one of these pentacles was yours. What's the other one? You're getting clarity in the truth. It's coming here literally with the clarity card, which is connecting right here to the Eight of Wands. Somebody ran. That's just not even a question for me. To what extent, from what, and for how long is going to be really specific to you. But I would say to you, yeah, expect some energy, whether it's in person or, again, via message of communication. No, you're not going to show yourself? Okay. The bottom of the deck, an oracle, as you can see, is surrender. It's interesting because it's here on feelings. It's here on feelings perhaps about marriage. It's here on what's coming out. Solitude. Such a strong validation of this person, I feel like, but just in general, the pause or whatever's going on. For some of you, already a break of being in the Hermit energy. The upright energy connected to that, because when you come out of the Hermit, this is where you go, your overall energy, the Wheel of Fortune. And quite revealing, it coming down initially in your overall, in your partnership placement, so affecting the two of you. Basically here, this is just really super clear that it's around the communication, look, success in, communicating and bringing clarity. And once again, a really strong validation around a choice you're waiting for them to make, and the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It is literally around commitment. But also, again, that's going to be specific what that is for you. Community is here, and it's connecting with clarity in the Wheel of Fortune. You can see that there are a lot of people here around, so I want to validate if you can see each other at something like that. It's super validating. But this is also about coming together. The people are right in front of this tree trunk. Those are like the lifelines of this tree. So when you look at a tree, I guess when you look at a tree trunk, you can see like how long it's been, like the growth, the years. There's kind of a victory wreath here. Community coming together. It's connecting to success. I just feel like you're finally getting this clarity and this truth. Have you been manifesting it? So 2 things. Have you been? Or what have you been manifesting? Number 1, this is like magician energy. As you can see, it's the manifestation card. And above, you can see the star here, which is connecting to making wishes, wish fulfillment. It also connects to the star, which is here in reverse on the table today, which is a really strong energy around like a weight. In particular, for me, it's just around communicating, but it does connect to the entire relationship, I feel. But also listening, this is the other thing here, listening to yourself, and the magician is here in the upright. It's right there. And manifesting what it is you want. And you could say shape-shifting into that magician energy should this not be for you anymore. And should this conversation not change anything, whether you are already in a massive separation and breakup, or it's the possibility of that. Because you are your person. You have free will. The listen to yourself energy, intuition, gut instincts is quite strong because that's another energy that is connecting for me around temperance in reverse, because that is an imbalance, and I would say to you that in the heart chakra around restoring balance for yourself. But the clarity and the truth, I feel like it's finally here. And again, this manifesting energy connecting with the magician energy around manifesting what it is you do want. Turning your visions into reality. I want to remind you, by the way, if you are seeing, hearing, suspecting my content in any way, shape, or form, and it's not here on my verified YouTube channel, The Tarot Closet, including the little static images with the, voice, you know what I'm saying, and you recognize some of the things here because they come through no matter how much they try to fix it, let me know. Keep sending those emails through because we are on it, and I really appreciate those of you that have already let us know. The email is in the video description and also here at the Tarot Closet on the About Me page. We are looking at the Tarot Closet Channeled Love Messages. Virgo, I made so many mistakes. I want to return, but I'm a big chicken. Are you ready to know the truth? Yes. I'm just going to gather that you are. It was my fault. Here we go. Look, it's right here. Why things are here. And I regret how things were left. I regret how I behaved. I regret running. I regret not being honest. And that's really strongly connected to running from the truth. The truth is, I feel like I've known you forever. So that's also an energy coming in. Maybe some of you have. It's kind of like Six of Cups energy. Are you in separation or a pause? I really want you back in my life. That is here. And it's going here with the stork who has their back to this message. I still love you. Is that some of the truth here? Yeah. Okay. You're going to do this to me today, my beautiful swan. Just a minute, you guys. It totally drives me bonkers. Are you ready to know the truth? I still love you. I feel so at home with you. I feel like I've known you forever. It's really strong Six of Cups energy. Some of you literally may have, but that's a spiritual connection. I'm sorry I lied. It's been really super clear. Could even be around third parties, other people. Obviously, that's going to be, the lie is going to be really specific to you because it could be an accumulation of them. Please forgive me. And the last love message, I am wising up. Not surprising, this connects me to the major arcana, the Hanged Man, a Pisces energy, which again is really strong at the moment in this Mercury retrograde under Pisces. Somebody getting ready to get out of there and go into that Death card energy, which I like because it's the ego away and whatever changes, things that need to happen, just even to come here with this truth and clarity. It's just a validation of getting out of what has felt like really just more than an only time will tell energy. It just feels like it's been a really super strong period of uncertainty here, which includes some choices that you may be waiting for this person to make, and there's a lot of indecision around it. So is this upcoming communication a make or break? Is it even going to matter? Only you can decide. Beautiful Virgo. Thank you for joining me at the Tarot Closet. I look forward to seeing you next time.